Alright guys, what's going on? Ray Yergs back here with another season of the Third and Long Pick 6 show. Hope you guys all enjoyed last season. We had another winning season. That's 3 years in a row that we have put together winning seasons. So let's try for our fourth year and make some more money. Great to see that the NFL returns tonight. It's going to be a great game. I got nothing going on in this game, so no need to talk about it, and I won't. But I am just going to come on here real quick, give myself a little preview as to what I think that the winners for each division and the playoffs are going to be, and my Super Bowl prediction. So let's get right into it. For the AFC, I think it's going to be hands down. It's going to be on the East, it's going to be the Bills. Miami is probably the toughest one that they have to deal with in that division. I don't think that the Patriots are going to be as good as people think that they might be. Probably Bill Belichick's last season, so it's going to be tough for them, but the Bills are hands down the big-time favorite, and I think that they come out on top there. As for the North, it's really tough for me to pick the determinant as to who is going to go, but I'm going to edge on Baltimore, and I have Cleveland penciled in as an alternative that is going to be tough for them. I think that Cleveland will do enough to get themselves in contention for when Watson comes back. And given when Watson comes back in Week 12, he could have the edge and propel that team into the divisional crown. So that's what I think. It's a really tough one. I do think Baltimore edges out. I don't think that Cincinnati plays as good of a season as he did last year. I don't think they're going to have that magical Super Bowl run that they did, but I think they'll be in for a letdown, which is typical for people who make the Super Bowl. It's been the history. So, AFC South, I think the Colts take it. I think that they've vastly improved. Tennessee is going to be in for a letdown, I think. But I think the Colts, even with Matt Ryan, is a big upgrade from Wentz, but not like a significant upgrade. But I think that they're going to be riding on Jonathan Taylor a lot, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, similar to what they have done from last season. AFC West, hands down, toughest division in football, stacked from top to bottom, no matter what team you look at. But you got to go with the clear-cut favorite. I think that Mahomes and Andy Reid are just going to be gunning to get better than what they were last year, given that they had great runs, but they still continue to make those mistakes. But I think that they do come out on top. But with that being said, with the three wildcard teams, I do think that Miami gets in as a wild card, and I still think that two teams from the AFC West come out, and it's the Raiders and the Chargers. I don't think Denver is quite there yet. I think that you got to give them at least one season to get together, even though that they have Russell Wilson. But they have their franchise quarterback, which is what they were looking for, and they found it. They've signed him to an extension, so I think that this year is not the year for them, but I think that the years going forward are going to be what you want to look at in Denver. But hands down, the toughest division in football. NFC East is going to be the Eagles. I think that they edge out the Cowboys. I think that the Cowboys are going to be in for. I think that the Cowboys peaked 2 or 3 years ago. I just don't see them getting back to where they were. I think it's going to be more of the same that we've seen from the Cowboys over the last 20-odd years or whatever. It's going to be more heartache, more disappointment. And the Eagles are the ones that improved even more on both sides of the ball, especially in the secondary, to where they needed that from last season. It's really going to come down to QB play for the Eagles, and I think that it can happen. In the North, Packers clear-cut favorite, and I believe that they're going to continue to stay the clear-cut favorite. So no need to talk too much about that division. Vikings will probably give them the hardest run, but the Packers are going to continue to edge out since there's not too much competition in there. In the NFC South, another weak division. Tampa Bay is probably going to come on top, so that's who I got. Tom Brady, where's his head at? A lot of marital problems, a lot of things going on. 2 feet might be out the door. We don't know what's going on, but when it comes down to competition, when it comes down to him playing on the field, that's when it matters, and that's what's going to happen with Tom Brady. And I think that that's where it's going to end up being with the Bucs. In the West, another, NFC West just as hard as the AFC West. Two of the toughest divisions in football. Arizona, I believe, is the one that gets the edge in this game, in this division. They are going to be gunning for what they had such a failure last year, especially given the fact that they had such an early start and an early run, and then the last part of the season is when they were faltered. I think they're going to be in redemption for that. I think they're going to be in 14, 15 wins, and I think they're going to be gunning for everybody in that one. So I think Arizona is going to be on top. And for a wild card, I got the Saints, I got the Rams, and I got the Vikings as the wild card opponents. And when it all comes down to the Super Bowl prediction, I think that the Packers and Aaron Rodgers get back to the Super Bowl this year. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be gunning out. I know that they've lost Adams, but I think that you can't dispute having Aaron Rodgers obviously trying to go for 3 straight MVPs. I think the Packers are just still too good of a team, and I think that they will be playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. We're going to get that Rodgers-Mahomes matchup, and Super Bowl winner for the third and long pick 6 show prediction is the Green Bay Packers are going to edge out the Chiefs. That's my Super Bowl winner. Don't forget to go check me out on Twitter, The Real Ray Yergs. Don't miss any content. Go to YouTube, follow me there. All my content's going to be uploaded on YouTube. We will be back. I got some family things going on the next couple of days, but I will be back on Saturday. So don't forget to hit that notification. Don't forget to hit follow. Don't forget to hit the likes. All your support is appreciated. Don't miss any content. Picks will be out on Saturday, and let's get some winners.